Hello, gamers, neighbors, friends. I'm Felonious. You can call me Kevin. Here to play some Magic, specifically Cube Draft. New update just released today, and it got rid of the Duskmorn drafts. What do we have here? Oh, we've got Thunder Junction as Premier Draft. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll jump into some Thunder Junction at some point this week. Currently at rank 19 on the limited ladder. Yeah, I mean, Cube Draft is my jam. I love Cube Draft, and when I saw it, I didn't think twice. Figured we would do a stream with some Cube Draft. I'll also play some Modern at some point today, because I have a buddy coming in to play some Modern with, so we can practice for Charlotte for the regional championship. But for now, let's play some Cube. Wait a second. I want to look at the card pool real quick, see if they've made any changes to the chromatic cube. I imagine they have. Just want to give it a quick glance, see which cube I'm working with. I want to look at the gold cards. That'll help. All right. And then lots of mana rocks. All right, yep, this is still chromatic cube. They might have added or removed a few cards, but looks about the same. All right, what do we have? What do we have? We have Etali. The chromatic cube is very big and splashy. So it's nice to play big spells that win the game because it's going to steal your other... Well, and it's nice to play Etali because it plays other big spells, because all of the decks are going to have big splashy spells to win the game with. Cyber Siphoner is pretty good. And Biza is definitely a very powerful creature, but I'm thinking of going a little bigger here with Etali. Maybe doing some kind of ramp deck. Yeah, that's going to be my first pick. All right. We have some options here. We have Selvala for some ramp. We have a card I've never seen before. Must be from Jumpstart. Okay, that's funny. Pegasus Unicorn Horse Lord. There's also a Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank is quite good as a 2-drop that also helps ramp you. And also this Abhorrent Oculus and Enduring Curiosity. Those cards both are very strong. I'm not sure how well they would go with Etali, but Abhorrent Oculus is awesome. I'm going to take Selvala here. See if we can do some big splashy ramp things. Stomping Ground. I see a Chandra Flame Shaper. But I also see this Stomping Ground. I think I should take that. We have a big 7-drop in Etali. Chandra would definitely be nice. But I really want this Stomping Ground, so I'm going to take it. Breeding Pool, Escape to the Wilds, or Nissa. I think I should take Nissa here. This card's pretty strong. And passing it sends the wrong signal to my left. The green is open. Maybe we can wheel one of these. Maybe I'm paying attention to the wrong signals. What is this? Oh, that's pretty cool. Build Great Worm is fine. I also see Unholy Annex here. Hostage Taker's really good. Indris seems fine, but not really that exciting. I guess I could take Unholy Annex and... Gold Great Worm seems like a pretty good ramp target. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Nissa? It's a good 3-drop for our red-green ramp deck. We're going to have to pass a Tarka. I mean, there's a chance we wheel a Tarka. Devil's Play is also really good, but we're going to take Nissa here. What is this? Another jump starter? That's pretty cool. I'd rather have a Temple of Abandon or an Augur of Autumn. Play with Fire even. I guess Augur of Autumn is quite good. I'm just going to take this land. Season of the Burrow, Tooth and Nail, Mana Confluence. Got all these fun cards. I don't think Tooth and Nail is actually very good, is it? 9 mana to get 2 creatures. I mean, 9 mana is a lot. Not seeing a whole lot of red. Maybe I should have taken that Augur. I could take Xander's Lounge. Or Mana Confluence. So I'll take Mana Confluence. Tooth and Nail doesn't excite me. Cyber Siphoner coming around pick 9 is interesting. See Wild Slash. Perhaps we should move into blue for this Cyber Siphoner. Wow, all right. Well, we ignored the first signal. We won't ignore the second one. I mean, I guess a Born Oculus like isn't going to be incredible unless you have a way to fill your graveyard. How possible is that in this format, I wonder? Should we just get a Hanger Backwalker or an Extravagant Replication? Crackle with Power, Siege Gang Commander. What does Sarkhan do? A couple Lightning Bolts. Makes dragons cheaper. Makes dragons. That doesn't seem very impressive. I'll just take Siege Gang Commander over Crackle with Power. Crackle with Power seems kind of expensive. I guess this is a pretty good ramp card. Costs 4 mana, so I don't love it, but... Alright, Mind Stone, I see you. And I like that you ramp. Generous Plunderer or Tender Wild Guide? Probably Tender Wild Guide. Yeah, we like 2 drops that ramp. And at 4 mana, get to double it. Awesome. Cultivate. Oh, wow. Fountain Port Charmer seems awesome. That only costs 2 for a 2/3 that makes all your creatures cheaper. I do have a lot of creatures. Cultivate is so good, though. I'm going to take Cultivate. Solid 2-for-1 that ramps you, fixes you. It just takes such good care of you. Relics of the Rubble Belt kind of does what Cultivate does. Byway Barter definitely helps a ramp deck refill. That's an interesting idea. Just gonna lean into the ramp a little bit further. It'd be nice to see some Llanowar elves, Elvish Mystics, and the like. Selvala is awesome. Vaultborn Tyrant, quite strong. Calamity, hilarious. I do really like Selvala. Tempted to take her here. But she occasionally wheels. No, I'm going to take Selvala over that Vaultborn Tyrant. She's really strong. 4-drop, 4/5. Ends up tapping for 2, 3, 4, 5 mana sometimes. Atraxa. We have a reason to play Shattered Sanctum. Also, this Territorial Kavu. That's an interesting idea. I'm just going to take Atraxa. Wow, Odra Kozlum's pretty sweet. It would be nice to have some more dual lands, but this card's great. When your opponent kills it, I mean, it's a 5-drop, 6/5 with trample. Awesome. Gets you multiple cards every time it hits. And if your opponent kills it, you just get a land. Restless Prairie helps with Selvala, so does Needle Verge Pathway. I guess I could just take Prairie. Dual lands are cool. Or man lands. Bruce Tarl's also interesting, but we're going to take Splash. There's a Zagoth Triumph on the wheel. Help us with our blue and black. For Atraxa. There's also Restless Bivouac for this Selvala. I'm going to take Tribal Flames here because I have the Zagoth Triome. This could be dealing like 5 damage, 4 damage. Ooh, that Fountain Port Charmer came around. That's interesting. Fountain Port Charmer. We have Celestis or Nico Bolas. I think I'm going to take this 2-drop. I have a bunch of creatures in this deck. I think this will be cool. Genesis Ultimatum seems kind of weak. Underground Mortuary, Temple of Epiphany, both welcome additions. Golos. It'd be nice to see Field of the Dead. Interesting card. I see Golos, I see Ugin, I see Ellis Norn. I think Golos should be our pick here, probably. Siege Gang Commander probably gets edged out for better cards. Craterhoof very good for me. I don't make that many creatures. I guess I have Sylvala. Craterhoof is usually better when you have a bunch of 1- and 2-drop ramp creatures. Well, Guardian Idol works. Definitely doesn't help with Craterhoof, but oh well. Kona's pretty interesting. We also have Treasure Map. I'm going to take Kona, see if we can make that work. Dragonhawk. That is a good card. Craterhoof looks a little weaker without any 1-drops. There's also a Braid. I could just take some interaction here. Zealous Conscripts. Ooh, Bramble Familiar. That's nice. Another 2-drop rampy creature. We're at 23 right now. Buried in the Garden. That card's great. Sacred Foundry looks good. Rafine's Tower. Over a Sundown Pass? Maybe? I guess not. Yeah, Rafine's Tower helps with our Tribal Flames. That's a good idea. Goldvein Hydra over Vivian. I like Goldvein Hydra at many places on the curve. Hey, what's up, Dream Dragon Ari? Oh, thank you. It's new for Christmas. Yeah, big stuff. Playing big stuff. I think I'm taking this Terrace under. But I want to make sure I can cast my Buried in the Garden and Sylvala. Yeah, real big stuff. We got this Atraxa, and we have a bunch of extra lands, so we kind of get to play the rest of the colors for free. I could take Treasure Map here. Tristani's not that good. Yeah, I don't like Tristani that much. Let's see, Niv Mizzet looks bad. Finale of Devastation looks bad. I'm just gonna take Old Rutstein. Old Rutstein can actually be okay, making you treasures. I don't think we're gonna play it, but he can be okay. Ooh, cutting that Old Rutstein puts us right at 40. Oh, I like that. Let us peer at our deck. All right, so we have 4 blue sources. 5. Four black sources. 5, 6 white. I don't know if we need a plains, do we? 1, 2, 3. And we do have 9 green sources. I guess we could cut one of these mountains, just put in another forest. And then we can still play a plains. Yeah, because this River Glide pathway counts as a mountain. Is 10 green sources enough, though? Do I want one more? Perhaps. Why can't I just click plus on this? What's going on here? One, 2, 3, 4 blue sources. Yeah, I don't think I need the 5th blue source. I think I'd rather just have another green. I guess that means I'm cutting a red, but that's probably fine, right? I have Cultivate, I have Relics, Golos, and Omen Path Journey. This just gets land cards. They don't have to be basic lands. So we didn't pick up Field of the Dead. This deck looks silly. We might just get rolled by faster decks. But it's Chromatic Cube. The idea is to be big and splashy. I'm thinking about Kona, because it seems like removal isn't terribly abundant. Because I could cut Quilled Great Worm. Just have some more high impact big guys, and then Kona. Yeah, exactly. Kona can put into play all of these things. It's not going to be putting Craterhoof into play. That's not very good. But it can definitely put in those 6 creatures. Yeah, I don't know if Quilled Great Worm is quite good enough. Let's roll. Let's roll it. I'm going to be playing some Modern today, once a buddy comes in. We're going to play on Untap because we're both playing in the regional championship in Charlotte in March. Got to get some reps in, and I have not played Constructed in a long time. This hand looks good. Fountainport Charmer. I'll play it now. We'll make Odra Kozlem one cheaper. At least we get a little bit of value from it. Just having a 2-drop 2/3 out seems like a good idea, though. Oh yeah, and I'm just going to drop Odra Kozlem next turn. Green-blue deck? We'll see if our opponent has removal for a 6/5. Well, that gives me pause all of a sudden. Now I kind of want to play this Tender Wild Guide so I can play Selvala and Odra Kozlem next turn. And then draw a card? Nah. Just get out the big boy. Yeah. You're right. They are a green-blue deck. You're totally right. They might have counters. They could play an island and drop a ramp creature next turn and just pass. And I don't want that. I guess they could drop Elder Gargaroth. Some other 5-drop. They could bounce it to my hand, maybe, if Unnerving Grasp is in the set. Alright. Looks like Odra Kozlem's going to do some damage. What is this? Enters or attacks? That's a cool card. Seems expensive for the original effect, but it's pretty cool. I'm just going to kill it. It is definitely burnable. Here we go. Alright, let's smash face. See if Odra Kozlem gets us a couple creatures. Or, sorry, a couple cards. One creature, one land. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Alright, we'll take Golos and Rafine's Tower? Zagoth Triumph. We don't need another white source, but we'd use another green source. Oh, it puts him onto the battlefield? That is insane. Just rude. Whack, whack. So, Trax is gone, and so is Buried in the Garden, but who cares? Isn't this any target? Yeah, I mean, Tribal Flames is going to deal 5 damage to his face next turn. We'll probably be okay. Dragonhawk's going to put him down to 7 here. Yeah. There's a lot of damage coming through. I wonder if our opponent just Alt F4'd when the Golos hit the field. No, Simic is not famous for board wipes. Though, Cyclonic Rift is in this set, and he's 1 mana away from bouncing everything. I don't think that will help him win, but it'll delay the game for a moment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just ult that forward. Oh, I thought I saw Cyclonic Rift. I'm pretty sure it's in this set. I don't think Surge of Tentacles is, though. I didn't notice it. Yes. Well said, well said. Alright, Arena 47. I mean, they didn't do anything with the first 2 turns. How much different would this game be had I not played Fountain Port Channeler? Not much. So it's not like turn 2 made a huge difference. Our opponent just didn't really do anything the first few turns. Oh well, we're just going to sit here and wait while they tick down. Let's look at some Aether Drift spoilers. Aether Drift looks cool. Mu Yanling, Wind Rider. Hell yeah. Mu Yanling is a very cool character in the Magic world. Wow. What a cool card. Okay, we did it. Let's keep it going. Chromatic Cube Draft is the time to farm gold. Cube Draft in general. I use it as an opportunity to just double up my gold stores. This is kind of slow, but we're going to make it work. We have a turn 5 Etali. And that is all that matters. We even have removal baked into that plan. Oh, fun. Etali was our first pick. Alchemy? Ooh, I do not play Alchemy. I'm rank 19 right now in Mythic for Limited, but I don't really play Constructed. Oh no, it's too big. All right, Mind Stone and Omen Path Journey. Wait, what does this do? Yeah, I'm not really that worried about burying that in the garden. Yeah, I guess I can get rid of all those. Historic? Nice. Historic seems like a cool format. Plat 4 last night? Yeah, hey man, that's pretty sweet. Plat 4 for Alchemy? What deck was she playing? Uh-oh. That is incredible. All right, we should probably do a little bit of damage control before just dropping Etali, right? Or wait, no, it's not where I want to put that. I want to put that here. Nope, nope. I want to tap this for green, that for white, and put this on here. I'm going to get rid of Winota. Oh no. Disastrous. Disastrous. Heist style decks? Yeah, I mean, those are the good ones to play in Alchemy. Absolutely. That is the good stuff. Am I just dead? Cool. Wow. Winota put Intrepid Adversary in to add 6 power to the board? What a ridiculous game! I guess we should have just played Etali last turn and hope for the best. Whoops. I thought I was moderately safe with that Winota gone, but I got lost. I buried the Winota in the garden, and then Winota's body got lost in the garden. Therefore, it was no longer in the garden, so it was no longer buried. Some quantum mechanics going on there. I can't quite wrap my head around them. Nah, I mean that was stupid. I should have just played Etali and rolled the dice, seen what I get. At least I would have gotten something to play from both sides of the deck. Maybe make a couple blockers. That was a judgment error on my part, I will say. Relics of the Rubble Belt. Take one of those, right? That one onto the battlefield. That's cool. Signets are nice. Next turn I have some options. Good chance I'll just drop Selvala. Play Rafine's Tower. But if I draw an untapped land, maybe I'll play the Gruul Signet. Yeah, there we go. Play a Gruul Signet, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have 7, and then double spell with Selvala next turn. I don't necessarily need that. I've got plenty of mana. That was the end of my 4th turn. 7. Untap with 7, maybe an 8th mana. The ramp deck is ramping. Can't deny that. Hey, it's Etali. Oh, that's his Tender Wild Guide. It's like, how is that even possible? Yeah, I mean, they might have had that in hand too. They had a lot of cards in hand, so hard to tell. But either way, I definitely should have just played Etali, gotten 2 spells, and seen what happened after that. Oh well, I make mistakes. I might as well just like flip Etali and smash face. Let's see. I can play a land first so I can keep up 1 red mana. Does he have a Swords to Plowshares? Etali is hilarious. 11/11, trample indestructible, deals damage and gives poison counters. In case they weren't dead one way, they'll be dead another way. I haven't played much with Omen Path Journey, and honestly, I'm impressed. The fact that it just keeps giving you lands is pretty cool. At 4 mana, I want 2 cards from it, but once you get like the 3rd card, and it gets any kind of land, the fact that it's giving me Scry and Surveil lands, I'm a big fan. Yeah, exactly. That is the problem. If the opponent destroys it, you're in trouble. With cards like Tear Asunder in the format, it's kind of scary to be playing it, but... oh well. We're rolling the dice. It's been good so far. This looks good enough. We've got a turn 4 Golos. Turn 5 Nissa. I'll keep that on top because I can play it next turn as a 1/1. But I'm not going to. I could have if he played a creature, but I don't need to. Goldvein Hydra is awesome. It fits anywhere on the curve. It gives a hasty creature to a deck that usually doesn't have it. This walrus is awesome. I love how purple it is inside. I don't know what the walrus is made of, but it's cool stuff. Uh-oh. Nissa's a beast. Or Narset's a beast. This is Nissa. I guess I could just play Nissa and make a 4/4. That doesn't seem very good. No, he just kills the 4/4 and then kills Nissa. I could just play Goldvein Hydra at X = 4. I think I should just play Golos instead. Atraxa hardcast incoming next turn. Good call, Dream Dragonari. You knew it. You knew it was coming. We just needed that black source from Golos. Oh, he takes it from my graveyard too? I didn't even read that. That's wild. Do I even want to play Atraxa with this many cards in my hand right now? I don't think I do. The token's just as vulnerable as Atraxa, but if he wants to kill Nissa, at least it gives me a turn. This way, I get to actually make use of the cards Atraxa draws me. And if he wants to kill Nissa, then he has to go out of his way to do so. At 8 loyalty. And the other thought is, if he does have removal and kills the 8/8, then next turn I can play Atraxa and I have a blocker to live with. If I just play Atraxa and he kills it, then I'm down to 4 and I probably just die. It's gonna... What is he gonna play? Season of the Bold again? Minute less than, not equal to. Okay. 3 damage to it. And then trade with Narset. Seems like a deal. Seems like a deal. Doesn't this tap things? Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm going to play Atraxa. I'll have that and an 8/8. Better yet, a 9/9. So he gets to play Teferi, he can tap down Atraxa and attack. Maybe. Uh-oh. He can kill Atraxa with that and deal me 5 damage and put me to 1. Or he can play Mizzium Mortars and kill Atraxa. Electrolyze doesn't quite do it. And then next turn we probably just play Craterhoof and pop a Nissa and win, right? That should be enough. Another forest too. Let's make sure it's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can make a creature, and then this and that will get +3/+3. We'll have 12. No, I don't want to make a creature. I gotta pop it. So let's see. 7. Yeah, that's enough. Boop. Boop. Big smash. Good game. Big ol' smasheroonie and cheese. I thought Narset might have done something cooler. Narset was definitely cool. To see my opponent make use of Narset in Chromatic Cube was heartwarming, because I love that card. And Narset is one of my favorite characters in Magic lore. So that was cool as hell. I'm not surprised it didn't win, but it was cool. Chromatic Cube is all about doing big, splashy things that cost 7 or 8 mana. He did have Magma Opus. I wonder if he had the Mizzix Mastery as well. That's a fun combo. Who needs 2-drops? Not us. But we'll take him anyway. You know, we don't need him, but we'll take him. This is pretty nasty. We'll get to play a Signet and drop Selvala next turn. Or if we draw land, probably just Selvala and Bramble Familiar. Or do I have 3 green? No, I don't. Alright, yeah, I'll play Selvala. And Familiar. Oh, our opponent didn't play anything on turn 3? I figured they had removal. Surely. An Anguished Unmaking, maybe? Day of Judgment? That makes more sense. That do be making sense. Can I actually cast this? I don't think so. Let's see. 1 red. Yeah, I can, but I'm just gonna have to lose life for it. I'll get to play the Simic Signet, and then I'll drop Nissa at 5 mana. Now he's got some things he has to deal with, which allows me to get by with Etali next turn. Yep. Not ideal. Certainly not the best combination of cards we could have drawn. The good news is, if they do kill us, we have 2 Guardian Idols to attack with, so... Heyo! Getting in there. Goodbye, Elspeth. Is there a control deck? We're gonna get more manlands. Oh yeah. Oh, I know it. We're doing it. Do I want that? Do I want more creatures on the board? I suppose those are threats my opponent has to deal with. Not really. Sheoldred's pretty good. Pretty good. Now we don't have anything. Well, that's a bummer. Top decking a land here spells disaster for us, honestly. How do I draw a card? Well, I mean, that would let me look at the top card and either put a land in my hand or keep it on top. Yeah, Sheoldred being our opponent's last creature is pretty rough for us. Ouch. Wow, that could not be worse. Alright, what do we have mana here for? Animate that. Animate that. Yes, I could have triple blocked Sheoldred, but it seemed like that was what my opponent wanted me to do. Another land. How about that? Nah, yeah, you're probably right. I probably should have just triple blocked Sheoldred there. Oh. Well. Didn't matter. I've only got 2 blockers. He can animate his land, get me to 7, and then hit me with the 1/1 and the 6/6 flyer. That game was over. That was a bummer to top deck lands a couple turns in a row after thinning my deck out. Unfortunate turn of events. That's pretty funny. There's going to be a lot of cards being drawn here very shortly. Yeah, I can't play Odricoslim and then tap Silvala, unfortunately. So we'll just draw a couple cards here. Drop this Mortuary. I mean, I guess I'll keep that on top. I want lands for the next couple turns. Black Market Connections is an interesting turn 4 play after a Silvala. Is our opponent about to bury it in the garden with that white mana? See, they've got 5 mana to do 6 mana to do something with that treasure. Next turn we have infinite mana. It's a pretty good answer. All right, well, now I can play Golos. And then kill Vraska. Yeah, I'll play Golos, draw a couple cards, and kill Vraska. She did. So I don't think this is going to come back. Well, it won't come back as a land. I don't think there's anything I can do about it other than bounce it to my hand. It becomes a treasure. Yeah. Oh well. Planeswalker Ramp. All right. Pretty cool. All right. I'll tap like this. I don't really want to mill 7 cards that badly, but... Oh, you know what? I might get Craterhoof Behemoth. Nailed it! Combo! I get to get 5 cards off the top with this. It's just gonna kill me. It's kind of hilarious. Alright, I'm not going to draw that card. There we go. Alright. I think that'll be funny. Yeah, I could have just swung, but I wanted to get 6 cards with Dragonhawk and have them each deal 2 damage to my opponent. We got options. Choices. 12 damage. I think that was more damage total, so. Alright, 4 and 2. That was cool. Etali sometimes goes off. That was my opponent's Bramble Familiar I took. What a great combo. Etali and Bramble Familiar. With that Crater Hoof. Alright. This looks fine. You gotta get bird kills because I mean I am the Felonious Fowl, so sometimes you gotta do bird things. Like call. I don't want to play Sylvala yet. Alright, so now I could play Dragonhawk. But I don't really think that's a great plan. I think I should just play Nissa. Yeah, I thought about Sylvala, but Planeswalkers are tough for an opponent with no board state to deal with. So this felt like a better way to take control of the tempo of this game. So my opponent has to do something. Yeah, and they have all the removal for Planeswalkers and for creatures. And they might have haste too, but they don't have anything on the board right now, so they can either deal with Nissa and leave me with a 4/4, try to build up their board state, and just die to Nissa eventually. And Nissa just gets to blow up Iron Crag and Maze Mind Tome now. I'm hesitant to tick down Nissa though, because I don't want her to be within burn range. And now I just play Dragonhawk. Deal my opponent 6 damage at my end step. I guess I'll take a land. I'll take a land. I don't think that's going to do it. Of all of the ways to spend that turn, a Maze Mind Tome, an expensive taste. Maybe we'll get, alright, yeah. It seemed like an impossible position for our opponent to come back from. I guess there's Blasphemous Edict, but even then, We're just making a 6-6 and then a 7-7. Good curve. Five and 2, so we've got our gold back. And now we just have to win a couple thousand more gold. GG indeed. That is fine. Interesting. Savala doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, I don't really care about Savala here. Either way, I have Mana Confluence for another green. I could have played Savala, but... Oh, wow! Okay, all of a sudden, I feel like not having Savala to refill my hand may be a mistake. Savala would have been a good blocker, but I'm also happy to just build up the board a little bit. There will definitely be virus beetles. Yeah, they did miss a land last turn. I should have discarded Rafine's Tower over the Mana Confluence. That way if he kills that, I'd have 7 mana next turn. Whoops. If he just activates Concealing Curtains, though, we'll be pretty happy. Excellent. That means it doesn't have 3 mana to activate Concealing Curtains. Oh, I didn't see that coming. That's cool. I thought he was going to Virus Beetle. That's why I didn't play the Rafine's Tower last turn. I could Scry first. That seems good. seems also good. Good game. Oh man. We were gonna get Dragonhawk, Etali, and Junji off of that 7 mana. Etali is so silly. I mean, that's why we first picked it. In Chromatic Cube, it is one of the best cards. I freaking love Cube Draft. I wish there was Premier Cube Draft. All of the Cube Drafts are fun too. I really like the Tinker's Cube. I like the Chromatic Cube. You know what? This might be the first hand we actually have to mulligan in 9 games. And it's kind of close, but I don't know. This looks much closer. Two, 3. I don't know whether I want... I think I probably want Omen Path Journey over Selvala. I really like Selvala. But... Relics of the Rubble Belt will get me some mana. Well, I mean, I've got red, and I probably have red here. I guess I could ditch Dragonhawk, but he just seems like a really good way to refill my hand. Yeah, I'll ditch Selvala. That's tough, because my opponent kills Bramble Familiar. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm keeping it on top. Cultivate's a pretty great draw. Next turn, let's see. I'll need to draw. No, I can just play Nissa and then Relics. It's a nice little curve. I can also just play Dragonhawk while my opponent's tapped out in green-blue. Yeah. Oh, nice. And I get a land from it? That was quite a deal. Dragonhawk's got to be tough for green-blue to deal with at this point in the game. He doesn't have black for Terra Sunder. Cut Wings is in this set. Or in this... I didn't know that. Either way, that's a pretty good deal. And now I can play Nissa. Play a land. So, like, Omen Path Journey here lets me get a land and then flip Nissa right away, but that doesn't seem very good because I won't be able to use her at my end step. So maybe I just play Maybe I just kill Augur of Autumns before he draws any more cards. Damn. Yeah, I rolled the dice on that. Should have just killed the Augur of Autumn. That's okay. We'll get rid of it next turn. I'm taking the bait. Okay. Interesting. Shit's about to go down. Yeah. I'm not surprised my opponent just gave up there. We're about to blow that up. We're about to flip Nissa, attack with Kona, put Dragonhawk into play. Draw like 3 free cards after having a Shia on the board. Yeah, shit was about to get wild. All right. Yeah, I don't know about that play. Just to get Baron back and not have mana to play it. That seemed... I think my opponent was under the impression that Timeless Witness had the cost of an Eternal Witness. And maybe thought he was going to cast or spend 3 and 3. Either way, got him. Etali takes it home. Throw this up on our Cube Draft Trophies list on Discord. We'll get a picture of this one, and let's do another. Trophy. All right. Cube Draft, you are my friend.